Hi everyone, this is Miss Maccini, and I just wanted to do a quick video just to go over your assignments for the week. So the first thing that you should be doing every day is logging into Unified Classroom. So I've already made two videos, one how to log into Unified Classroom, the other one showing you how to log into Teams. So I'm not going to spend time doing that. If you still don't know how to get into Teams, I will reshare the video, okay? So when you go into Unified Classroom, you have your drop-down box with all of your classes, and class pages is where you're going to find your weekly assignments. So these are our previous assignments, and I have labeled each week with the date so that you know what to do. So in today's assignment, here's my message. Last week you worked on, you read a few articles and you watched a video on mob mentality and you answered 3 questions. I'm going to grade it on Tuesday. This week for this assignment, you are going to read The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street and annotate, and you are going to complete text-dependent questions. Next week will be our first essay for online learning. You will be writing a 3 to 5 paragraph essay. Okay. If you still don't know how to get into your notebook in Microsoft Teams, once again, here is the video for that. It's in Unified Classrooms. All you have to do is watch the video. Okay. So getting into Teams. Many of you may get into Teams through Office 365. Here is the Teams icon. You can also, just going to go down here, type Teams in the search bar. Okay, so those are going to be your options. So we log into Teams, and when the Teams page comes up, you're going to click whatever class you have. And the very first page that comes up is our post. Every single day from 10 o'clock until 12:30, 1 o'clock, I am live in Teams chatting with you, okay? So live chat from 10 to 12. I'll do 12:30 because I love you every day in Teams, and then I can help you, okay? So, Miss, where is my assignment? Click Class Notebook. All of your work is in here. Remember the trick that I showed you in the video. You have to click this arrow. So my notebook is a teacher notebook. Yours is going to look a little different. It's going to just have your name, and you have to click your name, and then you have to click the section of the notebook that we're working in, Virtual Teams. Here are the assignments that really should be completed, okay? The first assignment that I ever gave you was on a short story called The Lottery. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Yes. Okay, so here's your learning target. You can read the short story, The Lottery, and post answers to the questions. Here is the link to read the story. Here is a resource for the study guide. And as a matter of fact, there's help in your Unified Classroom if you still have not done this assignment. And here are the questions that you need to answer. So you have to open the story, read it, answer these questions, okay? So if you were in Unified Classroom, I believe it was the 325. Let me just scroll up. So the 327 weekly assignment. So if you still have not done the lottery and you need help with it, if you go in Unified Classroom under 325, here's all the help that you need for the lottery. Here is the audio book. Here's an analysis. Here's the movie. Okay? So that was your first assignment, the lottery. Many of you have already begun the assignment, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. So I love this story. This is a teleplay. It's an actual Twilight Zone episode. And before you read the story, you have to understand what mob mentality is. So this was the first assignment, was to be able to explain mob mentality. Here is a definition. Here is a video on crowd psychology. Here is another definition. And you only had 3 questions to answer. Okay, that assignment will be graded on Tuesday. So what are you working on this week? You're going to now read the play, teleplay, because it was for television, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. So your learning target for this week, I can read the script from the Twilight Zone episode, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street, and track the change from a crowd to a mob. So it's a bunch of neighbors in a neighborhood. Something happens and they go crazy. Okay, they turn from just a crowd, a group of neighbors, into a mob. So you should understand what a mob is because of the assignment that you did last week. Here are the guiding questions. How does a crowd or group transform, metamorph into a mob? How can science fiction relate to real-world events? How can sci-fi themes allow us to understand the human emotions and response to actual historical events? So, your assignment was to read the play. So if you would like, if you need help, if you click this in your notebook, remember where we are, we're in your class notebook. Here's an audio so that you can have a video of someone helping you read the play. And here is the play. The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. Okay? So you're going to read it. I wonder if I can scroll a little bit more this way. So you're going to read all of this and take notes. Okay? Now, once you read the story, here are your questions. After reading and annotating the story, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street, I can watch a video adaptation and answer questions. Here's a preview of your prompt. You do not have to write this essay this week. The prompt and the essay are your assignment for next week. This is a movie version of The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street. After you read the story, you can watch it. Here are the questions that you will need to answer. Don't worry about the page numbers. The page numbers are not going to line up, okay? But you can still answer the questions. What mood does the narrator establish, and what words and phrases does the narrator use to draw the reader into the text? Well, when you establish a mood, this is going to be at the beginning of the story. Don't worry about exact pages. When the author says through Charlie, a little power failure and right away we all get flustered and everything, what does the word flustered mean? And how does this tie into the characters' reactions? Why are the characters flustered? What does it mean? When Tommy says, Tommy's the little boy in the play, they sent 4 people, a mother and a father and 2 kids who looked just like humans, but they weren't. What is the effect on the crowd? After Tommy says that, how does the crowd change? How have the characters shifted from a crowd to a mob? What words reinforce the idea of a mob? And how is this mob mentality significant? So they went from nice, peaceful neighbors where everybody got along, and they turned into a crazy mob where they're all against each other and nobody's thinking for themselves and they're quick to judge. So I want you to think about that and explain it. Use what, you learned from the first lesson, mob mentality. Everything connects. Why do you think the author chose to use the word metamorphosis instead of change? They take the first step towards a metamorphosis from a group to a mob. What does this reveal about human nature? You have to know what metamorphosis is. You're going to look it up and you're going to explain why the author chose metamorphosis. Why didn't the author just say, and boom, they just changed into a mob? Why does the author use metamorphosis? What does that imply? This is my favorite question. What is the sequence of events that describe the mob's progression? How do the plot and character actions develop a theme in the story? Okay, so first, second, third, you can bullet point this. Okay, so at first everyone's happy and getting along. Then what happens? Second, third, fourth, and finally, at the very end, there's going to be a reveal. I don't want to give you spoilers, but something is, something is going to talk about the weapons of humanity. What are the weapons of humanity and how can each destroy? Use evidence from the text to support how each of these weapons cause destruction. Once you have answered these questions, you do not have to share your notebook. You can just type your answers here. And I can go in and I can read everyone's notebooks and I can make comments. Now, our good friend Jack has done a really good job with his work. Let me see if I can show you with his questions. Awesome. So Jack answered his questions, and now I can go in and Miss Maccini, will give feedback, okay? So, once again, every day I am in our class group chat to talk to you. All of your assignments are in your class notebook. In order to open your notebook, you have to click this arrow, and then you have to click your name. And now it's going to take forever. And then you have to click the section of your notebook, and here are your assignments. And you don't have to send me anything. I can access all of your notebooks, okay? One last reminder. Your assignments are explained here in chronological order using class pages. I am going to post this video right here in this week's class pages. I hope you all enjoyed the beautiful weather. It was gorgeous this weekend. I hope the weather stays nice. I miss you guys. So go join our group chat so we can check in. I can make sure you're okay, you're happy, you're healthy, and you understand your assignments. So this week, make sure that you have The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street and the questions that go with the story. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.